Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December the 19th. The time right now is 8:36 in the morning, and let's do a bit of recap. Equity markets has been pretty quiet. In fact, the whole markets has been pretty quiet overnight. We can see market is just waiting for something to happen, which will also be the start of some kind of volatility increase beginning today, because in the morning we're going to have BOJ meeting, which is the Bank of Japan meeting, which everybody is expecting something to happen. Maybe they will start to relax its monetary policies and maybe to normalize its interest rates back to zero from negative 0.1. So that will be the highlight for the day. And in the meantime, you can see the US equity market continue to still remains elevated, although momentum has been lost somehow. We can see in the Dow Jones Micro E-mini Dow futures, we can see a high traded at 37,784. That was traded on Friday, and prices currently is at 37,657 as we are speaking. So it's still very much elevated with the risk that there will be some kind of profit taking going into the Christmas holidays beginning next week. And in the S&P 500, we can see that S&P 500 managed to register a marginal high at 4,802.25, and this is just a whisker away from the all-time high in the futures contract. In the micro E-mini futures, high traded last year was 4,808.25. So we are very, very close, just that touch, one touch away, and we will see what happens. And in the cash index, we can see that the cash index is nowhere near the high yet. Okay, the high traded is 4,818.62. Last night high is 4,745.52. So we are not there yet, but we can see that futures contract is definitely gunning for it. Whereas in the Nasdaq 100 cash index, we have equal the November 2021 high, which is the all-time high. So we can see that in the cash index, in the Nasdaq 100, the market has already equal last almost, I would say, technically it would have already, in my book, equal the November 2021 high. Okay, that was 16,764.86. We have a high last night at 16,764.32. So we are technically only 0.5 points away from actually those levels. But to me, that is as good as being done. Okay, then we take a look at the futures contract in the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100. We have obviously a new high for the year, and this is a new record high at 16,974.25. Again, this is just where the market is heading. Market is just gunning to see if we can take the market higher. And over in Asia, we can see Nikkei is not buying this. Nikkei basically is we call that sidelining, waiting for the BOJ meeting outcome. We can see that the market has been very cautious in trading either way, because based on the momentum on Wall Street, we should see Nikkei prices going much, much higher. But again, the equity players in Japan is having second thought, waiting for the outcome of the meeting at the BOJ, which is going to conclude today. Okay, we will look for clues as to whether they're going to change the monetary policy stand, with traders right now having a little bit of a expectation going forward. Okay, and in the Hang Seng, we can see Hang Seng has traded to a high of 17,003 last week, and this week so far yesterday we can see prices continue to trade to the downside. Currently is at 16,541 as we are speaking, and this is actually not good. It's actually setting the stage for further losses, perhaps even to retest the 15,980 that we have seen, which is the year low so far, and this low is actually below last October low. Okay, and this is definitely creating a bearish bias in the Hong Kong equity markets. And over the dollar, we can see dollar firm up a little bit, but not very much. We can see that the rise from 101.77 basically has maintained, and this is currently holding up the markets. As we are speaking, we can see prices right now. Let me see, where is the current price? It's a 102.51. Okay, so we can see the prices are still basically quite firm, with a possibility of a retest of 103.23, and we will hope to see that prices can actually overcome this level for a challenge of 104.26 high. In the euro versus the dollar, we can see the dollar, the dollar strengthening has actually caused the euro dollar to come back and retest the November low, which it did yesterday, and currently it's at 109.22 as we are speaking. And the market needs to stay above the November close for any chance of challenging the high point at 110 in the euro dollar. Okay, so we have to see higher prices beyond the November close to have any hope that this market can actually sustain beyond the 110 level. And over in sterling, the odds of that happening in sterling is actually a lot higher than in euro dollar. We can see that the sterling has come back to retest the November close, which is at 126.20. So currently market is trading at 126.55. There's a good chance that this level will hold, which will set the stage for higher prices going forward for a retest of 129 at least. Dollar yen is where the focus has been this morning. We can see dollar yen traded to the overnight high at 143.16, which represents a 38.2% retracement from the drop from 146.59 to 140.95. So this is coming down from that level. It suggests that we can see, technically speaking, a retest of 140.95 low. Okay, and over in the Aussie remains elevated with odds that it will actually extend higher. There is the possibility the market has already tested this level at 0.6747. I think this is going to be one key level to watch. And by and large, the outlook for Aussie remains quite positive, although it is still in the medium term in a bearish bias. Okay, dollar CAC managed to trade sideways. The low traded is 133.50 last Friday, and it has remained largely about the same price. And there is scope that if there's going to be any kind of rebound, there is the possibility of a retest of the November close at 135.85. If not, then we can see lower prices in the dollar Canadian. And over in precious metal, we can see gold prices remains unchanged, very much holding on to its most recent gain from the low of $1,973 to $2,047.94. Okay, and 94 cents. So basically, right now the market is trading just below the November close. It needs to stay above this to have any hope of actually closing December on a high note. And if the market close December below $1,960, which I have emphasized many times in previous updates, then it could actually set the stage for lower prices going into January. Now, silver is also basically in holding patterns after rising sharply from $22.50 thereabout to $24.29. So this holding pattern is actually quite conducive for higher prices because so far there's very, very light profit taking, and this is setting the stage for higher prices in my opinion. Now, oil prices managed to surge overnight because we have seen the Red Sea has become an area of hijacking of commercial vessels, and that has prompted the United States to launch basically rally its allies to actually to start patrolling the Red Seas to actually tackle the relentless hijacking of commercial vessels by Houthi rebels in Yemen. And that has actually caused market to actually spike overnight to $74.58 in the WTI crude oil. And this actually set the stage for a retest of the November close at $76.40. In my opinion, technically speaking, this is all that the market could do for now. I think this level at $75.70 to $76.70 is going to be a key barrier to watch. Unless the market can close above $76.40, it is likely to unravel to trade to the downside, in my opinion. And over in Bitcoin, we have a mysterious rise in Bitcoin this morning from a low of 40,500 all the way to above 42,700. Where we are right now is 42,745. So this move here, I could not find any news to back up this move. No, I'm not sure currently what is happening in the Bitcoin space, but it looks like this is part of a three wave. Originally, I was thinking that this three wave may actually bring prices down to as low as 39,000. But again, this morning's rise from 40,500 could change the picture. If the market continues to trade higher beyond 43,430, now that entire picture of a dip into 39,000 could be negated. We have to watch this as it unfolds. This is all I have for you for today. In the meantime, you take care. I'll come back to you tomorrow with further updates. Bye-bye. Take care.